Disney classics, original shows, documentaries, and more. There's a new streaming service in town.
We're Andrea and Patty, and we're now streaming Disney Plus.
Hey everyone, welcome back. I'm Andrea with Theme Park Parents and justisafourletterword.com.
And I'm Patty Holiday from NoGuiltDisney.com and the No Guilt Fangirls podcast. And we are going to fangirl a little bit about one of our favorite
Dun, 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 dun,
musicals.
dun, dun, dun.
Oh my gosh. So big, huge news came out just a couple of weeks ago. Hamilton is coming to Disney Plus. Now, that's not the news. We actually knew it was going to come eventually, right? But what the news is that it's coming a lot sooner than we
A
thought.
lot sooner, July 3rd to be exact, which is a Friday night and the perfect way to celebrate Independence Day.
I'll tell you what, basically my entire July will be watching Hamilton over and over again. I ain't gonna lie.
I'm nodding my head. Absolutely.
So for those that do not know Hamilton, Hamilton is a Pulitzer Prize drama. It won 11 Tony Awards, including the prize for Best New Musical. Back in Broadway, 2015 was when it kind of took over the world. I saw the show, I think it's either been almost 2 years ago now for me, maybe a year, maybe it's only been a year. I've lost track of time. I'm not even kidding about that. But I did get to see the show here in the DC area. But it took 2 or 3 years before I could get tickets to go see it. It was like that crazy. And I was that person who was obsessed with the music ahead of time. I know a lot of people don't listen to the music until they go see the show, but I did the opposite. I dove in. It was my work music. I put my
did.
headphones on. Mm-hmm.
It was my running music. I used it as my running soundtrack.
Yep. Absolutely. So Hamilton is, of course, about basically the story of Alexander Hamilton, who is the first Secretary of the Treasury, and he was one of our founding fathers, and he had just this crazy background story, which Lin-Manuel Miranda sat down and decided to turn into a rap musical, because why not, right?
An unbelievable story, but the way he tells it is just so incredible. And I also was able to see the show last year around Thanksgiving. And we were here in Durham. I was hoping to get 4 tickets to take another couple, my sister and her husband, big fans. I was only able to get 1 ticket. I got 1 ticket for 2 different nights. I gave 1 to my brother-in-law because he's the biggest fan, for his Christmas present early. And then, so he went by himself on one night, and then I went by myself on another night. And it was craziness. I was at my son's soccer practice, like behind the van, trying to get these tickets. The day they dropped, it was a Saturday morning, and it was just mayhem. So my husband has not seen it. And of course, this is going to be the original cast who I saw, a traveling group who were incredible. I mean, I was in tears for almost the entire second act, but it was mind-blowing that we actually get to see the original cast.
Now, I remember when the original cast was getting ready to bow out of Broadway, and there was this big rumor that somebody had videotaped it, that somebody had come in and filmed it. And I remember, I mean, this was years ago, but I know that I had that, oh my gosh, someday, somehow, we are going to get a Hamilton movie with the original cast recorded on the Broadway stage. As much as I love the Hollywood magic of what they can do with, feature films, and I have no doubt that they could make an incredible version of this, the old school theater nerd in me was just giddy that I was going to get a chance to see Lin-Manuel up on stage doing his thing as Alexander Hamilton.
Right in the Richard Rodgers Theater. And it's so, yes. I love that it's coming out in the summer as well, because if you are a Lin-Manuel fan, he's also written some other shows, including In the Heights, which was another incredible production I saw locally here. Haven't seen it on Broadway, but that was supposed to release, the movie of that was supposed to be released this summer, and that is being pushed back until we can go back into the theaters, which I think is the right call. But
Yeah,
it was a little disappointing because we were all looking forward to it.
we were. That we definitely were. So, at least we're getting a little something this summer, and it's not a little something, it's a big
It's a
something.
big something.
I know Disney paid a lot of money for this as well, and the question is, how are they going to get that back? I read somewhere, but I haven't seen it officially sourced from Disney. So this is me crossing my fingers over here that this person knows what they're talking about. I did see a report somewhere, and I can't even reference who it was because it was one of those late night, Twitter scrolling things. But they said that Disney will still put this out in theatrical release at some
Hmm.
point, and it will also be available to purchase on a DVD, Blu-ray, in the future. If those things are true, I will give you hashtag all my money.
Take my money. I will
Mhm.
watch that on the big screen.
Because even watching it at home a million times, it won't matter. I will still go take my
Mhm.
booty to that big screen because I got to see it. I got to see that feel and the surround sound with the music. I mean, I can't wait. I
And
can't wait. So,
Hamilton people, we were this group of people that when you know, you know. And I understand if you've never seen the show or you've thought, oh, yeah, I just never got around to it. What's the hype? It's all hype. Please don't let that stop you from taking a chance and watching this show. It will blow your mind. I truly believe that. I was ready for it. I was excited for it. I still had no idea what I was in for. I knew
agreed.
all the music. I had no idea. It was incredible. I mean, I'm getting goosebumps just thinking about my experience that night. It was so amazing. And I hope that translates through the screen.
Oh, it will. It will.
Yeah, I mean, with the original cast, it absolutely will. But like, this is when to turn off all the lights, get the music, get the speakers as loud as you can, and I think I'm so excited. So that is what we're doing on July 3rd. We will be here in this house watching Hamilton, and I could not be happier.
Yeah, for sure. Bob Iger came out on Twitter and he said, in this very difficult time, this story of leadership, tenacity, hope, love, and the power of people to unite against adversity is both relevant and inspiring. Booyah.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
I'm so down with that. I'm so down with it. Now, there is one thing we got to talk about. How kid friendly is Hamilton the musical? We don't know yet. There have been some folks questioning and asking basically Disney to weigh in and to let us know about censoring the show, because there's a lot of language in Hamilton. There's a lot of salacious storyline happening in Hamilton, and those of us adults who have seen it, I want to see all of it. I don't want
Hmm.
them to touch it, right? But at the same time, it's coming to Disney Plus. So with Disney Plus, there is this chance that they could have to pare down explicit language, sexual themes. There's gun violence, things like that. Now, I did find a report.
Hmm.
Kyle Buchanan from the New York Times. He tweeted out in February that he asked Lin Manuel Miranda about this, about particularly the censorship of swear words,
Uh huh.
and Lin Manuel said, if we have to mute a word or two here or there to reach the largest audience possible, I'm okay with that because your
Okay.
kids already have the original language memorized.
Right. I mean, they're all singing the songs. When I told my son, I was like, guess what we're doing on July 3rd? He immediately launched into,
Yep,
pardon me, are you Aaron Burr, sir? And he
sir.
just started singing the whole song. And I was like, that's right, we're watching it. So I'm kind of like, to me, it's doesn't matter. We're going to be watching it regardless.
Yeah.
I think the story itself is important enough, and we'll just get through the rest.
Yeah, yeah. Lynn was like, I don't think we're depriving anyone of anything if we mute an F bomb here or there to make our rating. So
Exactly.
they're aware of it. There are going to be some slight changes, and everybody quit clutching your pearls. If you're a big Hamilton fan, I am sure that the essence of all of this is going to remain the same. But that is just something to be aware of if you are new to this. I don't want anybody thinking that, oh, it's a good history show for kids. Well, it is,
I mean, your
but
knowledge may vary. You just know that your kids are going to get an education of
that's a
some
good way.
kind.
That is absolutely a
And
good way to
there
sum
are
that up.
some emotional, there is some heavy emotional stuff too. So it's not
Mhm.
just, it's not just gun violence or the swear words. Like there are some heavier themes. So it might be something you watch first just to gauge it if
Yep.
you have sensitive younger children. My almost sixth grader is absolutely going to be watching it. I don't know if my third grader will stay with it the whole time, but I'm hoping he will, and I'm going to let him if he wants to.
Oh yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We're my youngest is 8, almost 9, and she is she's obsessed with this. And so I will let her watch it even with anything that there's provocativeness. We're going to go ahead and watch this one in its entirety. And
Yeah,
if that means we have that conversation afterwards, I am willing to take it on. Because I just that's how us Hamilton fans just feel about this show. It's just so amazing all around.
absolutely. So July 3rd,
Mhm.
make your plans. It's going to happen. And if you're going to be doing anything like fun or extra, be extra. Go all out for this and let us know in our Facebook group. Are you going to have a special meal? Are you going to dress up? I know some of y'all have your Hamilton stuff from past Halloween costumes and stuff. I want to see it. So put your pictures in our Facebook group, now streaming Disney Plus podcast, and we will have an awesome time watching this in just a few weeks.
And we cannot wait. So see y'all again real soon.
Bye bye.